Okay, I don't know how it took me so long to get started, but it did. On the right mic setting? No. I think this one has. Never mind. I guess the volume's the same. It's just more sensitive. Oh fuck! I left the lights on. Hold on. Okie doke. So I got back at 5-ish. Oh yeah, I was on the phone with Optimum forever, and then they just never answered. Screw me. Okay. Excuse me. So I was implementing a shuffle function. I think I finished it, or just about. Excuse me, just about finished it. I learned an iterator, and an iterator is apparently some type of object that's initialized with I guess a pointer to the first index of an array. Because I guess iterators are objects that can somehow increment through the memory addresses of every object in the array. So every element in the array. So you initialize the iterator with, I guess, a pointer to the array. I'm going to try that in a second. Or maybe it has to be the dot begin, because maybe iterator is a custom type that's only implemented in the array. I don't know. But we'll see. And I can update it. I can add stuff to it. I guess to tell, it's like it's an index or something. It's like an iterator holds an index. I'm not really sure. Like, see, it could take more. First and last. There it is. So it's like there's two different specializations. If this one takes one argument, it's the element we're talking about, and it's as an iterator. But if it's two elements, it's the beginning and the end, I guess. The first element and the last element. So what if instead of this, I just did a pointer to cards V0? Oh, no. What if I did a pointer to cards V? Still no. What if I did cards V? No. Okay, begin returns an iterator. So I guess an iterator is a specific static object, I guess. Maybe. From cards V. No, probably not static because we're calling it on this object. So maybe it's just a data member, I guess so. Or at least it's a function that returns the address. So it's just a member function. Okay. Where were we? Let me read shuffle and see what shuffle's doing. Okay. So we have a standard array deck, right? And a constructor that loops through the 4 suits and the 13 ranks for each. So it'll go through these 13 ranks for this suit, next suit 13, next suit 13, next suit 13. Done. And then we create another standard vector instead of a standard array. Standard vector instead of array. And what we do is, and it's of elements cards. Same here. Cards. Same amount, 52, 52 in both. The amount of unique cards. Because it's 4 times 13, 52. Bum. So I initialize it the same way. We get this little integer I. Cool. For each suit, we got the rank. What we do is initialize the first guy to be hold. Hmm? Oh, whoops. Okay. So I'm looping through all the suits and all the ranks. For some reason, I was being stupid, and well, it's not that it's unique or crazy. I thought I was looping through cards, V's, things. No, duh. Okay. I'm looping through all the suits and all the ranks. Those are stored separately in cards. Because card, the definition of card, has it. And really, these are static, so all cards have this info. So we get all suits and all ranks from card because the type card stores this info just like it stores card unique cards. It also stores the arrays of all the different types. So we loop through the suits and loop through the ranks. And okay, we get the 0 one, and we initialize it with the first element of rank. Excuse me, the first rank. Excuse me. And then suit, and then the next rank. Okay, same suit, next rank. We continue, we initialize this guy the same way. Cool. Now we have a standard vector that's resizable. Excuse me. It's initialized the same way as our initial standard array of cards. And now, for that array of cards, M cards, boom. Or it could be deck cards, I guess. But let's say that. Let's say M deck cards. I like that. So we loop through deck cards. M deck cards. Line 14 M deck cards. Okay. So in this case, we can deal a card. It does stuff. All right. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. Damn. So now for each card in deck cards, we're getting it via reference, changeable, modifiable reference. So we get a random card, and the random card is we're getting a number from 0 to however many cards are in cards V. And cards V can change in size. So we're not using capacity. Really, capacity would change too. But we're curious about the length. How many elements are in here? So that when we take one out of our possible cards, then, and really that could be, let's do this. Let's say possible cards. So I'm going to say possible cards, and possible cards. And lastly, possible cards. Never mind, not lastly. It only flags one at a time. Okay, so we get random card index. Let's say. All right, so we get a random card index, and we say that, okay, this card, I'm going to call this card. This card is now the possible cards. Get the data so we can index it with assigned element, which is an integer or assigned integer. And boom, we pass in the random index. And then, so we assign it to be the first one, the first element in our labeled in our ordered deck is this one. And then we erase whichever one we just got. Random card index. Let's see, hold on. Is there a problem here? I guess not. I was thinking about the math. So if begin is the 0 element, and the numbers we can get are from 0 to, oh yeah, shouldn't this be -1? Or should it be 52? Here, hold on. I'm pretty sure this should be from -1. So this is from 0 to static cast this guy, -1. And the reason here is there are 52 cards, which means we have from index 0 to 51, which means we need to go from 0 to the size of possible cards is initially 52. So the first card we want to go from 0 to 51, so we need to subtract 1. And then the size is going to be 51, but we really want from 0 to 50, because that's 51 cards. Boom. And this should be good. And then we assign our current card to be whatever random card we've picked out, and then we delete that random card. Next card, we take a random card, assign it, delete that card, next. So that we should be randomly taking the cards out. It's like if I have a box of empty cards and I have a box of ordered cards, if I pick a random card out and I put it in here, well, I've added a card here randomly. I've added a random card to the first, and then I remove it from there. But in doing that, I'm removing it from the other deck because I only have so many, and I'm popping it off, or rather I'm erasing it. And then I pull another one out, and I pull another one out, and I pull another one out. And oh, there are 4 cards in here that are random, and I've got 4 less cards here. I have 48 now from index 0 to 47. Boom. I think this should work. So now we can call deck shuffle. So we can create a deck. We can loop through the cards. And really, I don't like this being named my card. Hold on, what is this? Okay, so these are the clubs, the diamonds, the hearts, the spades. Okay? I'm going to call it just card. All right? And now I'm going to do my deck shuffle. And then for const auto reference, card in my deck. Well, here's the hard part. Hold. Maybe not. My deck, get deck. All it does is return deck cards. No, I can't return it by reference. Hold on. What about a const reference? Because, so if deck exists, well, that's the problem. If I create a temporary deck, and then I call get deck on it, actually, maybe this is a case where we want ref qualifiers. So if I copy this function, in one case, so we have get deck and get deck, but in one case it's, I think, what is the syntax here? Is it that and then that, right? So we want one of these to be working with L values and one of them to be working with R values. So one of them I want to return not by reference. So if I want to return by reference for one of them, I'm going to do this as the L value one. And then I'm going to have another that's the R value. And in this one, I don't want to return by reference. And it doesn't need to be const. Okay. And then we have getters, or rather we can say get deck by value. Well, yeah, we'll just say get deck. L value if, or well, is R value if temporary, is L value reference if. Okay. We'll say if not. Okay, that way we have 2 identical signatures, get deck, boom. This one is for R values, and this one is for L values. Get deck takes the same thing. It takes no arguments, so the signature is the same because the return type doesn't matter. So, boom. This one returns via R value, so it copies. This one returns a reference. It all just depends on if the object we have, if the deck we have is an L value or an R value. Just say get deck for L value deck for R value deck. Okay. And now, I'm curious how this is gonna work. Fuck yes, dude. So we have 52 cards here that are in order, and then we have shuffled them. And then we have the Queen of Diamonds, the 4 of Clubs, the 10 of Diamonds, the 7 of Clubs, Diamonds. A lot of... Yeah, fuck it, I guess it's random, huh? And then maybe I want to check to make sure that the value is the same. So I could validate it. So we could do... So I could say that in the card, we have another static, or sorry, it's in card, not deck. We have another constant here. Inline, so we need deck value, or I guess it's in deck, huh? We could have it here. We could say, so there's a const, so it's const expression because it's known at compile time. It's inline, or inline const expression. Hold. Oh, static, or hold on, inline, static, or const expression, static, or inline, static, const expression index. Okay, cool. So that's how this works. So if I took off static, it would have issues here. Okay. So what we want basically is for all decks, any deck that we see, we want one object in memory, but not even really in memory, really just in the code at compile time, so we don't ever have to look at memory. It's just there in the code, I guess, somehow. Not really sure how exactly it's stored in the code later, but sure, it's not even executed, it's not run, it's just substituted anywhere it's needed, and that's it. It's not in the code, it's just an object that's there. I guess it's a temporary, maybe. So we say for any deck, it looks at this one value, and it's the sum of all the values in a deck. So it'd be what, right? 2 plus, right? 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, because there's a 10 and then 3 face cards, and then plus 11. Right? And so it would be the sum of the values, right? So there's all rank values, right? So it'll just be, yeah. Can I initialize it like this? No, how do I think I have to loop it, right? Right? Because I want to add up all the possible values in the deck, and I don't want to do magic numbers. But I'd have to do for each element and have an integer and assign it to be itself plus the next element, plus the current element. Excuse me. Oh, we could initialize it with, fuck, I don't want to initialize it with the constructor because it needs to exist at one point in time. Do we do magic values? Don't know if I want to do that. I mean, a deck should have one of all cards. Oh shit, true, because then it should be 4 of each, right? Because there are 13 possible values, and you have one of each of those values for each type. So there are 4 aces, right? So we should be summing all of those. So we could say, is there a function we call at compile time to initialize it? I think so, right? So can't I say that? No, it needs an initializer, huh? It's the hard part. Wait, can't I just call the function, right? Yeah, I can. Why not? Int get whole deck's value. A whole deck for of each, or well, no, one of each card. A whole deck's value. One of each of 52 cards, right? Values summed. Or rather, it should be sum of each 52 cards values, right? And so we say int get deck value, and we'll just make it constant expression, right? And doesn't have anything like that. And then hold. What is this? What is having? Oh, here it is. Okay. I have to loop, so I don't think I initialize it here. I think we say get deck value. So we'll say deck int, or rather const expression int deck get deck value const, right? Because it's not affecting data members, it's only initializing a static one. I think that's okay. And we'll say, yeah. And we're gonna initialize this guy with get deck value. And it happens one time at compile time because it's static. And we'll say for what are the values? For, I mean, we could say for 4, or we could say for the amount of suits, right? So I think we should do a standard size of suits. So for, do we do just an int? Or do we do each? I guess we just do for the suits, right? Yeah, why not? So we'll say int deck value. And at some point we're gonna return deck value, but not yet, sure. So we'll do return deck value, okay? So we're gonna say for card all suits. Oh, oops, sorry. So for, well, we could do either way. We could do from 0 to this, or 0 to less than the size of all suits, or we could get them. I guess we'll do that, right? Because I only care about this being a counter. So we'll say int I, while I is less than standard size of, or we'll do standard S size of card all suits, increment I, okay? And inside here, we'll do for each suit, or each element in the values. I guess we do that, right? Yeah. For const auto reference card value in card all rank values. Okay, we're gonna say deck value plus equals card value, right? And then we just return deck value. Cool. We have any unsigned signed shit? Uh-oh, hold. What's happening? What you complaining about, yo? Oh, current document, here it is. 119 on cards H. What's happening? Hold. Oh, because this is get deck value. So we want this to be static. Duh. Const expression, we'll do a const expression so it activates at compile time. And it's a static function. And I guess it doesn't need to be const because it doesn't deal with any of the data members, right? And then we need the definition. So make a const expression static. And it's not a member function, so it doesn't need const. Oh, so hold. Storage class may not be specified here. So do we, I don't think I specify that. All right, what's happening here? Deck, get deck value. Hold. Why not? We'll say deck value. Oh, this isn't evaluating to a constant? Oh, true, I guess so, right? Because these standard arrays are known at compile time. Fuck, isn't there a const expression loop? I don't remember. No, I guess it can't be const expression, right? It has to be done at runtime because we're looping through and we're summing some guy. Okay. Oh, and this guy can't be known at compile time. So we could say this guy is const expression, but maybe not because... Hold. So... Const expression static int. Const expression. Oh, this needs to be a static function as well. Hold. Could be inline too. Hold. What's happening? Oh wait, we can't do static, right? So we could say inline. Hold. Oh fuck, it thinks it's a static function. It can't be a static function. Wait, what the fuck? Const expression inline. Can't be static though. And then... Wait, no, but it's non-static. Hello? Hold on. How does this work? I guess if it's static, it is implicitly inline, right? Is this okay now? Hold. Bro, is there something in my fucking table or what? I can never tell if the table's just doing like these micro shakes against the wall or if there are bugs or something. I don't know what the hell is happening. Declaration of deck value hides this. Hold. Int. Sure, I'm just gonna say value. Oh, true. Needs to be value initialized. No definition in cards H for the inline function. Get take value. Is that right? Don't they need to be defined? I'm pretty sure they need to be defined in the same header file. Isn't that right? That is right. Because static, as far as I could tell, right? A static function, I mean, maybe it's different from member, but I think static does the same thing. A static function is one that has internal linkage and is not seen by the linker, which means we can't define it somewhere else. You have to define it in the same file. That makes sense. Okay. Which means it can be this and also that. No, I guess not. You specify it there, just like you specify a friend function in here. Static inline, okay. And maybe we say, do we say static first? I think that makes the most sense, because then you just drop the static part. Okay. And now, I guess it can't, if this can't evaluate at compile time though. Oh, it can it, hold on. No, it can't because this value is changing. So there's no, I mean, I could do a static assert, but the static assert would have to happen after it gets run, so it wouldn't get run, right? Like, I don't think I can do, where are our asserts? Our asserts are outside. So I can't do, I don't think, static assert that, right? We're asserting inside here. Yeah. That deck value is greater than 1. I can't do this because it doesn't evaluate to a constant, right? Isn't that the point? Yeah. But I could assert it, right? So I could assert that deck value is greater than 1. Maybe not. Does it have to be inside a function? Oh, CAssert isn't even in here. Wait, yes it is. The fuck am I saying? I think it needs to be called in a function. So we need to... Oh, actually, that's deck value. That's fine. This is good. What we need is to assert that shuffle yields a deck of that value. So we assert that actually, yeah, we need one get deck value, right? Didn't I just implement this totally wrong? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure deck value needs to take a deck, right? Oh, but this is how much the deck value should always be. And so this should be like constant deck value, right? That's constant deck value. And that's constant deck value. But I don't want to name about the same. I'll do const deck value and then constant deck value, right? Something like this. Or get const deck value. Get const deck value. Get const deck value. Get const deck value. But yeah, there's okay, right? Excuse me. Oh, oops, here it is. Cool. Cool. Okay. But now we need to get this deck's value. So there's getting the deck. There's some static shit. Get the value of, or get the value a deck must have. And this is just a deck's value. Okay? And then we have get this deck's total value. Int get deck value. And we pass it this deck. Right? And so we do int deck get deck value. I think I can make him const expression, right? What's happening here? Hold. Made up a redeclared. Motherfucker, what? What do you mean function? Oh, what the fuck? I'm defining it inside another function, so it's bugging the function out. Okay. Get deck value, and what it does is for, right? M deck cards. So for const auto reference, this card in M deck cards. So for each card in this deck, int deck value. This deck value plus equals, right? And that one should have been plus equals, I'm pretty sure. Good. Okay, good, I did it. Right. And we can make this shorter. Right, and these are all the separate values, so we get that at compile time. We could assert in the constructor that the deck is like the, oh, we could assert in at the bottom of shuffle. So this should be defined above shuffle. So this deck value is the card has get value, right? So it's this card get value. Hold. Oh, wait, hold. M deck cards holds cards, right? And card has function get value. Pretty sure I can just make it const expression, right? Oh, it's not const. It's not changing anything, it's just getting the value, so it needs to be const. There it is. Yeah, I was calling a modifier, or I was calling a non-const expression or a non-const function on a const data member. Boom, the card. So now we can do this deck value, and actually this deck value plus equals itself and this card get value. Boom. Return this deck value. Nice. And then in shuffle, we can assert that get deck value, and it takes, it doesn't take anything. Hold. What do you mean it doesn't have it? Deck has no member called const deck value? Wait, hold. Oh, oops. Oh, wait, hold. What? Yeah, it does. Const deck value. What are you talking about? And so this returns this deck's value. Get this deck value. Get this deck value, right? And then get this deck's value. I have to make sure it equals, has the same value as const deck value. Deck const deck value. Boom. I just had it typed wrong. Like that. Oh, assert doesn't have a member like that. Bop. Okay. Let's go. And we could get it too. So you could print this deck's value. My deck. Get deck. Get this deck value. It could be get value. I'll do that. Well, that's the only thing, because there are definitions for, well, no, because we specify where it's defined. So yeah, this should be fine, actually. This should be get value. And it's get values in deck. And this is get value. And then we could say again, this deck's value, my deck, get value. So, oops, hold. So, ordered cards, deck's value is 380. Shuffled cards, deck's value is 380. But now it's shuffled. Let's count how many nines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Let's count how many queens. Or, yeah. Let's count how many queens. Fuck, where are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are. Okay, so we now have a function from scratch that can shuffle a deck. And we could say, we could make it for standard array so that we could shuffle any standard array. But I kind of like that it's a member function of this deck. If we did it for an array, then we would need a template here. And the template type would go here. And we would actually have to pass into shuffle the size of the thing we're trying to check, I think. Yeah, we could do it, but I don't think it makes sense here. Cool. So now we can shuffle. Now, what the hell are we supposed to be doing? It was a quick little 45 minutes. Cake. Shuffle. There we go. No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, and here's one. In this case, you pass him a begin and an end. And I guess you pass in what you're going to... Yeah, that makes sense. how you're going to generate it, I guess. I'm curious what it takes. What is this? Is it a pointer to something that uses parentheses to call a random number? I don't know. Excuse me. What if we did standard shuffle? Oh shit, here it is. It is. Oh my god. It's an iterator. Ran? I don't know why these are ran it, but the first element, the last element. So we initialize this guy of start to end. And what do we initialize them with? A random number from, where are we getting it from? From our MT, son. Okay. Now we can shuffle the deck. Now let's shuffle it again. KD and 5C are the last. AH and 9H. Nice. TC and 8C. 8C and 7C. Fantastic. Function, I can shuffle the deck now. Uh-oh. Oh, you motherfucker. The shuffle function should also reset, however you are tracking where the next card is, back to the start of the deck. So, oh, do we actually just set? I think we need a member now that tracks the top. Instead of just a function that is deal card. Don't need to get the value from a card or get the value for a deck. Deal card needs to. So instead of it having this, do we just make the top card index? And then what do I set it to be? The size minus 1? Okay. So I could do that, right? Do I need this to be private? I guess so. But what if we just do int top card index? And we initialize it to be, can't I do that? Standard, hold. We initialize it to be, oh, hold. Here's the interesting part. Can I do this? I don't know. So what if in deck here, we say int top card index, and we say top card index. I don't know if I can do this. I know we can pass it values from in here, but can I initialize it like this? Maybe we have to do it in the constructor. What the fuck? Okay, it's not cool with that. All right, I was wondering what the hell is happening. And that's here that the issue's happening. What if we do top card index, right? And I initialize it with hold standard size. Fuck, I don't know if I could do in creating this. I have to get the size, but the size is already standard size of M deck cards. Can I do that? I don't know. Maybe. What if I did this real quick? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. Standard size. What if we say, do I really have to do this? Static cast to in int standard S size. Bop. And then we just have the one. Maybe. Maybe. And instead, so it's this guy, -1. Right? Top card should be the last index. Could do that too, maybe. But okay. And so instead, what if we just say we assert that top card index? What was it called? Top card index? Oh, and this should be called M top card index, right? M top card index. Hold. What's the issue here? Top card index. M top card index. And lastly, M top card index. Boop. Uh-oh. Modifiable L value. But it is it not? What if I removed this, put this in here, and did that? Are we happy now? We're not happy at all. What in the hell? Because I want to return this and then also call it. That's the hard part. Can't I decrement it though? M top card index minus. Why is it not a modifiable L value? I'm curious. I don't know why. This is from deck. What is happening in here? Oh shit. Really? Wait, hold on. Oh, I just like fat fingered it. Okay, didn't change anything. Alright, well the other stuff isn't fucked up. Top card cannot be accessed because it's being accessed through a const object. Oh, because deal card can't be const. Bom bom. And now the definitions aren't lining up. Boop. And now, when we shuffle, verify dex value. Verify dex. Is valid? Sure. Or we could just say validate. Excuse me. Okay. And so shuffle our deck. Shuffle deck. By randomly picking card values. Well, duh. Okay. what is actually happening here? Create a pool deck, like a deck from which we can pull the cards. Create a, what do I call it? I call it, or initialize a deck of possible cards to randomly pull from, shuffling our deck. Yeah, sure. All right. And then reset top card's index to top card. And now we say, what's it called? Top card index. M top card index is static cast standards. Oops, what the fuck am I doing? Static cast to an int standard size of M deck cards, right? -1. Boop. -1 because top card is 1 less. Top cards index is 1 less than deck size. Then number of cards. Okie dokie. And so what if we do this and then card dealt, my deck, deal card? I don't know what that even does. I think it just gives you a random card. Okay. And then card dealt, my deck, deal card, right? Okay, so we have the ordered deck. Oh wait, hold. What happened here? Oh. Whoops. Deal card. Shuffle deck. Create deck. Deal card. Shuffle deck. Deal card. And shuffled deck values. Okay, so boom, and this starts from the bottom, so the top card is KS. And then let's do this a few times. It's fine. And then what if we do, oops, a couple more dealings like that. So we say AC through KS, and then we deal, hopefully KS, QS, and JS. KS, QS, JS. Nice. Then we shuffle the cards to be whatever the hell. The top cards should be 8DTC2H, 8DTC2H. Fuck yes. And that's 8 of diamonds, 10 of clubs, 2 of hearts. Let's go. Cool. So we have shuffle, we have deal card. I love that I can just hide all the extra shit that I don't care about right now. Get the next const value. Noise. I'm gonna space this out one more time. Okay. Don't think I care about the constructor right now. Cool. I kind of like seeing the constructor though. I don't know. It makes me feel like at home or something. I'm not sure. Like I'm looking at something okay if I can see the constructor. And maybe that the constructor is the thing that I have to continually make sure it's good. The shuffle function should also reset that. So we should run. So we say deck. And then we output some cards from the deck, and then we shuffle, and then we output some cards from the deck. Okay, let's do this. So let's say, delete this. We're gonna create a deck and call it my deck. Okay, and it's in order, and then output my deck, deal card. And what? Saying, how does he want it to be output? Okay, he wants it like that. Boom. So deal card, space, my deck, deal card, space, my deck, deal card, end line, or sure. Alright. Deal 3 cards. Create deck. Ordered. And then my deck shuffle. Shuffle deck. My deck deal card. My deck deal card. Oops. My deck deal card. And then end the line, right? Hello? Can we build? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And so he wants to start with that way. I instead start it the other way. So his deal card returns the next card. So he does it the other way, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. He has his basically from the first ace through the top, and you start ace through king, ace through king, ace through king, ace through king. Mine is, or rather mine is that, so when we deal the top card, we get a king. If it's the default ordered card after the deck has been created. But for his, it's king through ace, king through ace, king through ace. Or maybe he put the ace at the end. I don't know. And actually we can see this. No, it is not. He started with an ace and a 2 and then a 3. So he does ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 10, jack, queen, king, etc. But now it's random, random, random. Boom. And now create a version of blackjack. Wikipedia blackjack? Okay. So we're not keeping track, so meaning that we're not really? We're not, we don't have a hand for the player, meaning you get dealt a card, the player has this card, you get dealt another card, the player has this card, you get dealt another card, the player has this card. Really? Are you sure? I wonder how this one would even be played. What does it look like? So, here's some sample output. The dealer puts a card down and then says you have score 9, meaning so the dealer has an 8, you have a 9, and the dealer flips to get a 4, which now totals 12, 8 plus 4. And then the dealer flips a jack again. Oh, because you stand? Wait, you didn't say stand. Or is the point that you automatically stand? You didn't do hit. Oh, here it is. Okay, these are. Okay, this is not the full thing. I'm like, where's the choicing, bro? Okay, so this is just the dealer doing stuff. So this flips a dealer card, then you a card. I don't even know why you, but okay. And then where aces could equal 1 or 11, I would just do it. Excuse me, I think. So the dealer is showing a 10, so the dealer gets a card and flips it, and then you get a card. Wait, what? Why did it automatically give you another card? Does it just do it? Wait, what? Oh, I guess you do always get 2 cards, huh? Right? The dealer gets a card, and you get 2 cards. Ah, yeah, that's true, because it could be double 5s or double kings or double whatever, and you know if you've won probably off the rip. Or you can hit standard or hit. In this case, you hit. you are showing that, and it says, oh, because you have an ace. Oh, wait, this is a case where you do have one. Because in this case, ace counts as 11 whenever you're not. So it's like, is that how it works? It just doesn't bust you? So if you have, so like if you got a 2 and a 2, and then you got an ace, that's 15 because it's 4 plus 11. Or it could be 5. So you could hit. So by default, it says the high. But if you hit, when you, how does that even, when do we make it swap to be 1? I guess it's when it would put you over 21, huh? So if you had, so 11 plus 12. So if you had an ace, a 5, and a 6. So you hit an ace, so you have 11. You have a 5, so now you have 16. And then you get a 6. Oh, it's not 22. The ace just becomes a 1. So it's actually 5 plus 6, 11 plus 1. Because 11 plus 11 is 22, you bust. But it's really 11 plus 1 because you can't bust with an ace unless you already have 20 other points. Seems like that's how it works. Okay, cool. So, now we have the turn stuff, okay? The dealer gets 1 card. In real life, the dealer gets 2. Yeah, I guess so, huh? I don't know what the point of the 2 is. I mean, I guess it just means it gets you to make decisions based on the first card instead of the 2. And you'd probably just win if the dealer had 2 cards because you would just choose what to do. Because you would know if they bust or not. You'd be able to predict what happens. Okay. The dealer gets 1. Okay, the dealer gets a card. The player gets 2. And the player chooses. If the player chooses to stand, that's the score. If you hit, you get another card. Okay. And then we can check ace. If the player goes over 21, you lose. When the player is done, it's the dealer's turn. Okay, so if you hit, you get another card. Okay. You bust and lose immediately. So you can't lose immediately off the rip. You get 2 cards, they can't go over 21. The highest they can go is 21 off 2 cards. 10 and an ace. They bust, you lose immediately. You lose. Boom. But if you do it and you end with a value that's under 21, or that's 21 or less, then the dealer goes. And we could do stuff or we push. I'm not going to consider it as a win for dealer. I'll just say, I'll just have 3 different conditions. Does the dealer score higher, equal, or less? Boom, that's it. If it's higher, you lose. If it's lower, you win. If it's even, you push. You get your money back. If the dealer goes over a score of 21, they bust and the player wins immediately. Yeah, and can't I do... Fuck, that's the problem. The deck isn't a standard vector, so the deck doesn't run out of cards. Guess that part doesn't matter. Sure. Let's play an online game of blackjack. Oh shit. $16 has to be stand, right? There's no way I hit. But the dealer is showing a 10, so if the dealer gets... The dealer has, out of 52 cards, there are what, 12 10s? Right? Because there's 10, Jack, Queen, King. 4 times, oh my god. Are there 16 10s? Right? Yeah. 52 cards, there are 4 2s, 4 10s, 4 queens, 4 jacks, 4 kings. That's 16. So That's like a 30% chance-ish, right? Of getting a 10. But I already have a 16. So I only win in this case if he gets a 5 or less right now, and then hits and busts. I think I have to hit. Because he only wins. If I just assume that there are 12 or 13 cards, he has to get 5 or less. But if I do this, I have to get 5 or less. So it's either him or me, right? I'm doubling. Don't care. Fuck! (13-7). If he gets a 10, he automatically wins. I feel like, but if I hit, so if he gets any card, he can continue. I feel like he has to bust. Because I bust if I get anything greater than, what? 8? 9, 10, right? 9, 10, and then 10, 10, 10. So I have a 5 out of 13 chance of dying, which is like 45%. He can get anything and live, but maybe he busts. I don't want to die. He gets 10, 20. Fuck. I guess, should you have just hit on 13? I don't know. Let's go again. I'll play with this one full thing and then we're done. Like, do you have to hit here? I have to get a 6 or a less. So 50-50-ish. It's really like 47%. Right? What is that? 6 out of 13? Yeah, 46%. And then if he gets anything, I guess you have to hit 13 and you have to stand. And he already had 20. Oh, GG. I guess blackjack's just impossible. 8 is trash. And you have to hit. He has to bust. It's the only thing you can do. Oh, he had 21. Oh, good. Yeah, blackjack's just impossible. It favors the dealer 100% of the time. You can't win. (13-10). Bro, if he has it again. So the dealer has infinite kings and queens. That's what you're telling me. So the dealer has 52 cards that are all 10, and you have to somehow get blackjack. That's how this works. All in. So you have to hit, and you have to hit again. Oh my god, the dealer would have hit and busted. Okay. So, this game needs to make me want to die. That's how this has to happen. So, let's see how this happens. So the dealer gets a card. I don't even know. In this point, the dealer's showing, I guess you only care about the numbers, right? So why do you give a fuck what you were dealt? I guess you just want them to be whatever. Random. Like, I'd rather say 3D now have this. Oh, but the point of saying this is that you have a total. So you start with just the number. But when you get another one, it says what you're dealt, a 10, 9 plus 10, 19. And so you also have a player with a score, right? Okay, and so now I'll create another header file, call it blackjack. Okay. So, do we want a player? So what does the player need? The player has a score. And then we have the game, and we play blackjack. What do we want the whole thing? An actual blackjack? Oh, I'll already have this. Hello? Oh yeah, aren't there the rules here? The dealer draws until they hit 17, and then they stand. Yep. And if they go over 21, they bust into player wins. Okay. And so do we say we have to create a dealer and create a blackjack, and then create a player, and then play blackjack? I think so. It seems kind of cool. So we could have, what do we say? Do we have a function called play blackjack, or do we have a class called blackjack? And it does things like maybe blackjack. Do we say, what do we do? Play blackjack as a function, and it has the two. Maybe I'm gonna say void play. Well, I'm gonna get our classes going first. So we're gonna have class player. And what does the player have? The player has score, huh? Int score. And then we'll have a default constructor for now. And then the dealer, maybe the same thing. And then we have int get score, right? Const return m score, but m score doesn't exist because I named it wrong. And then again here, and get score, const return m score. Okay. Get player's score. Get dealer's score. Okay. And then we could have a function here. Void play blackjack. And it takes a player reference player and dealer reference dealer. Right? And then we have void play blackjack. Oops. Jack. Okay. Oops. What does it take? It takes a player reference player, dealer reference dealer. And then we have some input getting, right? Because we don't have any input stuff happening right now. Bop. Okay. So we're going to say, I'm going to just commit this real quick just to do it. Blackjack almost done. KO. So in blackjack, we'll just say well, I don't think I need these transitive includes. Let's just do include IOStream needs standard character output. Okay, what is happening here? Blackjack? Yeah, it's fine. I don't know why the linker's taking so long. So we'll do. Oh, and player has a name. Let's do that. So let's get a standard string. A C style string. Yeah. And we'll have a const standard string view and name and player and name. Oops, and this is a const standard. Well, it doesn't matter if it's const or not. String view name. Okay, and then hold. What's happening here? Is there a semicolon missing somewhere? Yes. No. What, that's what the issue was? Really? I'm not sure. Okay. And then we have another. We'll do const standard string view. And we may as well make it const expression, right? Never mind. Oh, no value initialization. Bucko. Hold. Name. Oh, what the fuck? Doesn't have a name. GG. Tired. Okay, cool. So. Oh, get name. Um. Okay. Greet the player. And so I'll include this here. Boom. Let's fix the punctuation. All right. So we greet the player. And we start, right? The player gets a card, or the dealer gets a card, and then you get 2 cards. So we say, so we could say the player has a function here, and it's excuse me. Fuck it. I'll keep the spacing. Get player's turn, and it's character get player turn. Okay. So we'll do character or well, yeah, character can't be const expression because we're about to use standard character output and input. Character output. Player get player turn or get turn. No. Get turn. All right. Well, we're gonna do get turn. So player get turn, and it just gets a character from the player. Okay, and we say this to this or this to this. All right, that's it. Hit to hit, S to stand. Space. And then we say character, user, character. And then prompt player. Alright, so we're gonna say standard character input. Don't have any input validation yet, but we'll get it. It's fine. We'll do first here. Don't need it yet, it's fine. But I'll need it at some point. Extract input to user character, and then return user character. Okay? And really, we want to validate input now. Validate input. Return player's choice. Okay? Now we can do it. Void ignore line. Now we need to include limits. Because we need standard numeric limits, which takes a standard stream size type. So that we're getting the limit of, and really what we need is the max. We need the maximum limit of the stream size. So we'll do standard character input, and we're going to ignore, what are we going to ignore? Standard numeric limits, standard stream size, max. How far are we ignoring until we see that character? Or rather, we're ignoring all of these characters, the entire buffer, until we finally see one. So we're going to ignore everything until the end. And if this is the end character, because to submit input, you have to submit an end line character. Oh, well, it's going to kill the whole buffer. Ignore whole input buffer. And actually, this is fine. I don't even need to say that. Clear input buffer. Okay. So we're going to validate the input to make sure that it's only S or H. And we could do double, but we don't have currency, so I could add something like that, but I don't have it yet. So we'll validate the input. What shall we do? I kind of don't want to do music, but I kind of want to do music a little bit. I almost want to just have it out loud, but yeah, nobody knows who these people are. Tyla? Cat's Eye? I've never heard of these people. Oh, fuck yes. God tier guest. This would be interesting to learn. Let's do Blade. Music. Oh, Blade is so cool. Oh, he's in Marvel. Oh, shit. Blade's the coolest. Oh, that makes sense. Guillermo del Toro is great. Dead Man. Oh, shit. Fuck it. It's perfect. Can I do a remix of it? How about this? Nah. Nah, this is terrible. The original's the best for a reason. All right, we're gonna validate the input. What are we gonna do? We're gonna make sure the input is valid. Is input valid? So we're gonna do standard if not standard character input. Input failed. What are we gonna do? We're gonna check is an EOF character entered. Boom. What else are we gonna do? Gotta reset the flag. What else do we have to do? We have to clear input. What else do we have to do? Which means we need a while loop, duh. And we could do this. And we need that later, so we'll define it out here. And that's on the next line. Cool. And then if there are remaining characters, and it's not the inline character. So when you submit input, you put an inline character, which means if I put in A, enter, it is A inline character, okay? So when I extract it, if I extracted A, I should only now see the inline character. But if I put in AB, enter, and we extract A, there's another character left, so it's not extracted. When we look in the input buffer, oh, we still see B. B is not the inline character. So we need to extract the extraneous, or we need to remove the extraneous input. All right, now. Fuck, man, I wish there was... I was hoping I would see like some guy fucking around with this song, but I guess not. GG. And so we get the player's turn. And really this should happen after. And so we greet the player. Dealer takes, so we need to say the dealer takes a turn, and then player is dealt 2 cards, and then player takes a turn, and then if player took a turn, or if player hit, player goes again. Else if player stood, dealer goes. Or rather, it should just be if player hit, then player goes again, right? Or rather, you say you stand. Is that what we say? And so the point here is if you hit, it says you dealt something. Otherwise, it flips. And so in this case, you hit, and it says you were dealt this. But if you stood, nothing happens. So it really should just be, if player hit, player goes again, or player is dealt another card. And it really should be like while the player isn't dead, right? Because this should be a loop so that the player can keep on hitting until he stands or until his cards. So this player's dealt 2 cards. And then player takes a turn. And then while player's score is less than 21, right? Because you would never hit if you're on 21. Or I guess you could, huh? Oh, wow, yeah. So while it's less than or equal to 21, I mean, while player score is less than or equal to, oh yeah, because I guess you could technically have 21. Is that only because you get an ace here? 12, dealt a 7, dealt a 2. You shouldn't be able to hit here. You should only be able to hit here if you have an ace. But we'll say it. Sure, you can kill yourself, basically. While player score is less than or equal to 21, and player turn is not assigns player turn character, and player's turn is not stand, and player hasn't stood, and really this is true, and then so this is prompt player for turn, and this is true at first because the score is 0, and then our player's score is 21 or less, and you haven't stood at first, but then you can stand, and then it breaks out of the loop. And then I'll do this, and then after, and if you get 21, you just win straight up, huh? Or no, because you could still push. Fuck. So I guess you compare, huh? Is dealt cards until 17 or higher. Compare scores and determine result. Because you could also push. Man, this is fucking busting. I didn't know the song kept going like this. We'll do 20 push-ups real quick. Okay, that's 10. These kind of push-ups are actually hard. Oh, that's why I'm... So there are 4 modes. Or 5, including off. Because off, 1, 2, 3, 4. Off, yes, off, 4 modes. Okay. Off was 4. So 5 total. I want the music back again real quick. I'll just wait. What am I doing? It's looping. I'm stupid. Out of memory because I'm exhausted. Oh, fuck. Okay, done. I think that works. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how the dealer's turn should go. So it should be. Really, and play blackjack should create the cards, huh? Let's fix my standard. Okay, it's like 50-50 comments and logic. And I like that. Here's what's happening here. And then like here's like extra clarification. Cool. Works for me. All right, I think I've been following that, honestly. Okay, we're gonna create a deck. Oh, we need cards here. It's like, fuck, I don't know how I would type that. Yeah, we need a set score now. Right? Yeah. So I want to say what the dealer, or I guess we could just say, right, so we're getting the value from a card. Okay, done. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I also need to lose too. Okay. Players dealt 2 cards, so we say, right? I mean, do we just do this twice? I guess we could, right? 0, I is less than 2, increment I, and player set score to be deck deal card, get value, and we're setting the score to be player get score plus that. Okay, so players dealt 2 cards. Could just do this twice, and then you are showing player get score. Oops, this is a function, not a pointer to a function. Okay. Dealer shows the deck. Dealer showing 10, you're showing 13. They're showing 6, you're showing 11. They're showing 6, you're showing 12. Oh, okay, the dealer kind of sucks in this blackjack. This is better. Verbalize, or well, say what the player, or say player's score. Okay, and then we have a loop here. So we create a character and it's called player turn. Okay, and then we say while player get score is less than or equal to 21. And we could say in blackjack, blackjack has a static data member. And it's public, so yeah. So we say blackjack win condition or win value 21. And we say a static const expression int, and it's called win value 21 is less than blackjack, or hold on. Oh, less than, what do we call it? Oh, fuck, this is, we just implement that here. What's happening here? What are you bitching about? Hello? And this isn't anywhere. This is just a static guy. Well, it doesn't need to be static. Well, it's less than win value, right? I wonder why. I guess because the function didn't end properly. It wasn't recognizing that there's a definition. Oh, it's different. Return type void. What is happening there? What is happening? What's happening? Play blackjack. Would play blackjack. Huh? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Oh, it was that. Okay, so it's just that it wasn't ending. Okay. So player turn is player get turn. And does it need to be a member function for that player? I mean, sure. Feels like it makes sense. Okay. And so we can say, oh wait, no, that's already in the turn. And player turn is not stand. And so if we say if player turn is S, then break, right? If player stands, get player's turn. Turn stored as character. Alright, so this is fine, this is fine. Player's turn. Sure. Player takes turns. And then we could say if player turn is hit, then player set score to be player get score plus deck deal card, get value from it. What's happening here? Oh, we're not using assignment, we're using equivalency. If player hits, deal player card. And then I guess here we check, right? Or we could say, yeah, and then we need the check to happen here. So I think we do the check here. So we get a card and then we evaluate. So if player get score is greater than win value, right? How are we busting? You bust. And then I think we just do that. And then return, right? You lose. I guess the point is we return and then we say true or false, or and if not, so we could have this return a standard optional. Why not, right? Excuse me. Or we could say void print blackjack result. And what it takes a standard optional, well, we don't even have this yet. Include optional, needs standard optional T, right? It's a standard optional bool, and it's blackjack result, and it's if not blackjack result, then push. And then return. And then or do we need the early return? I mean, if we could just return straight away here, and then we could say if that return, or if blackjack result, or rather this is checking. This is like, right? So if the blackjack result is, if no result, push. If result, else, you, right? Can't we just do terminator? Or ternary operator? Jesus. We say so is blackjack result true? So we're getting the result, or we could say blackjack result get our value, because this throws an exception. Otherwise, if we do it the other way, we get undefined behavior. But this would capture it if it's undefined. But whatever, I'll do it safety, and then win, or it's win, lose, and then this is with an exclamation point. Boom. So if result win or lose, print win, lose. Okay, you check. Win for true, lose for false. We'd say, yeah, true is win, false is lose. Okay. Or if no result, we push, and this won't trigger, and then it ends. And if this isn't true, then this triggers. I think that's the most concise way. Yeah, do that. Print blackjack result. Okay, so I could create the blackjack result. Excuse me. There's greet player, create and shuffle deck, create result, and we say a standard optional bool result is nothing. If you bust, then we say result is standard null opt. The result means bust. And we could say the dealer only. Actually, no, this is return result is false, actually. False means bust, right? Or lost. And then if player busted, then we do this. So we need to check the result. And if you didn't bust, then we can get another turn and do whatever. So we get the turns, and after the turns, if we haven't busted, so if result and, or I guess we would say if the result doesn't exist yet. If the result doesn't exist yet. If result hasn't been set. So we could say, right, so we create the result and there's nothing, it's not false by default, it's empty. Create result, empty by default. This would not be false. This would be, it exists, but the dot value, the dereferenced value is false. So if the result hasn't been set, player hasn't lost yet, or rather if player hasn't lost yet, because result has no value yet, or we say is empty, then while dealer get score is greater than, or rather if it's less than or equal to 17, so we could create a stand value now. So we could create this, we could do blackjack, or we don't need to say blackjack, we could just say win value is 21, we could say stand value is 17, sure, and we'll just say const expression int stand value is 17. If the score, oops, this is a function, is less than or equal to stand value, we only enter this loop if it hasn't happened yet, and then we could say dealer set score is dealer get score plus deck deal card. Or, and we say dealt card. So we could say card dealer dealt card is nothing. And we could say, or actually we could say it's initialized with deck deal card. And then we say dealer gets card. Dealer set score. Dealer get score is setting score to be the current score plus dealer dealt card get value. Update dealer score, and we say dealer flips dealer dealt card, right? And that just prints it, and is showing dealer get score. And then if the score is still less than that, less than or equal to 17, or sorry, less than 17, then we say what the dealer's cards are. So dealer gets card. We could say here is dealer takes turn. If the player hasn't lost yet, dealer gets card, and dealer will continue. Okay. And really this should be print blackjack result and then return, right? You must print blackjack result and return, right? I don't think I need this. I don't think we need to even check this. Right? So if the player busted, you're gone. So the point here is the player takes turns, and either stands or doesn't. And then the dealer takes turns. Yeah, and that's fine. That was redundant. And dealer takes cards. And then we compare scores. So we say wait, shouldn't this just be print blackjack result? I mean, we could just switch, right? Oh wait, we can't switch on a fucking standard string. We could just say enum in blackjack result, right? We say win, lose, push, and then sure result or max result, but we don't really need it. And instead we just do blackjack result, and then switch result. Or all the print does is print the array that has the value. So we could do it a couple different ways. We could have an array, we could call function and switch on it. Sure, I'll just do that. That's fine, I think. We'll switch, we'll do case one or win. What is it? Case win. Oh wait, what do we wait? Hold on, switch. Oh, forget. That's how this works. Case win. I guess you could have that. You win. Fuck. We need breaks. I guess that's it. Fuck it, I'll just have a standard array. I don't want to do case this, output you win, and then break, and then, bro, just give me an array. And so, yeah, standard array of standard string view. Max result, we did need it. And it's const expression, and it's called blackjack results. Like we could just output blackjack result. Sure, we could have the function. Why not? Right. And then we could just have you, or actually we could just say output, literally, blackjack results indexed with result. And instead it's win, or it's well, actually, let's see. Yeah, there's lose, there's win, there's push. And then I can put in bust. I think that's fine. And now I don't need to create this result. Okay, makes sense. I was like, it didn't have any issues, but it's later, so it's probably going to need that. Oops, not that. There it is. Okay. All right. So if you busted, then you lose. Oh, true. And in the dealer, you need to check as well. I'm showing this and then dealer bust, right? If dealer get score is greater than 21, dealer busts. And print blackjack result. Win. So you lose if you bust. You win if the dealer busts. And then you either win or lose depending on the results. Isn't this easy? If dealer gets score, or we could, can't we just switch? Oh, no, we can't. If dealer get score is greater than, it's a lot of calls to get score, honestly, but it's fine. If the dealer is equal to player get score, then push. And then, is that it? Or, oh, I guess that's all it is. There's dealer busts, you win, you lose, push. Okay, so there's, what do we say when your score is higher than the dealer's? You beat the dealer or something? Oh, it's just you win, you lose. That's it. We'll say dealer, or well, tie. Dealer shows, dealer gets score. This definitely needs to be made. I guess the inline part doesn't matter and it'll already do inline expansion, but I'm putting inline here. And then called blackjack 108. What you talking about? Oh, it's some old shit. Okay. What the hell? Tie, dealer shows whatever the dealer show this. And view show player get score. And then print blackjack result. Tie. Tie? Oh. Excuse me. I'll say tie. Win, lose, tie. And then it says win, lose. Oh, well, yeah, win, lose, push. Win, lose, push, win, lose, tie. Okay. Tie. Else if dealer gets score is greater than player gets score. Actually, this should be first. So this should be this, and you show this. So if the deal is greater. Sorry, roommates or neighbors rather. It's greater than, print blackjack result, lose, and then else, and then I'll just do else, print, or rather, less than, win, else, lose. Is that it? Alright, let's see if it's fucked up. Here it is. Dealer shuffles the deck. The dealer is showing 10. You are showing 11. I'm going to hit. Oh, good. So get turn. Oh yeah, and then there's player dealt card. Right. What is it? You flip? Oh, we just say you were dealt. You were dealt this. And now show. Now and now. Now you are now showing. Dealer showing 10. You were showing 9. Hit. Oh, good. So this is score is less than or equal to the win value. Yes. And the player turn is not stand. You get the turn. Submit submit this. Or we get the turn. Oh, is this what's happening here? You're showing 8. The fuck happened? What's next? Bro, what? What in the fuck? Okay, I have no clue what happens there. Is get turn not working? Oh. Excuse me. It's infinitely getting your input. There it is. Bum, 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 bum. That will do it if we'd never return the input. Showing 16. Hit. Here we go. QH. And now show. Now show would be better. And show. Showing 20, I'm gonna hit. Fuck it. I got dealt a 10 of spades and show 30, and I bust and lose. Oh, good. What if I stand? If I stand, the dealer flipped a 3. So the dealer was showing 6, and now it's on 13. I had to stand because 13 is weird. I mean, like, actually, no, because I had a fine chance of going up. The dealer went to 9, flips again to get to 12, flips again to get to 8. Oh my god, dealer shows 20, you show 13, you lose. I'm showing 8, I'm hitting. 17, let's go! Stand. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Dealer is showing 3? Wait, is it really only 1 card? The dealer showing 2? Oh my god, this is weird. I figured the dealer would be higher. The dealer is showing 3. And you're showing 8, so I hit. I got 17. Fuck yeah. Fuck 3. Wait, but if he gets 2 10s, he gets fucked. He flipped 8 to get 11. Oh my god, and he flips a fucking jack to get 21. Oh my god, I can't. It's gonna be 10. Oh, I got a 6. Show 18. Come on. This has to be a hand. This has to be. Hold on. Stand. The dealer flips. Wait. 6 to get a 17, and the dealer stands. Oh my god. But really, it would have been 17, and then he hit to be. Hold on. Oh wait, no, because the dealer would have been 17 and then stood, right? Isn't that how that works? Or no, because dealer would have been 7 and then hit, and then could have been less than that, and then hit again. Oh my god. I don't know what the dealer would have done. Actually, I don't know how that works. Do we have an example of this where the dealer is showing 7, and then the dealer flips to determine how the dealer goes? I don't see any dealer flipping an ace. Okay, so rules. Hit can repeatedly, well, it's not repeatedly hit. Oh, it's repeatedly hit this or this, but it's only standing and then you do this. Okay, you just have to keep reading, dumbass. Cancels one of that, score is this, blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, if the player has a higher score than the dealer, the player wins. Otherwise, the player loses. Okay, and now we can do some mathenings to determine some stuffs. So there's blackjack. On blackjack, we greet the player, we create and shuffle the deck. The dealer takes a turn. The player. What if we do we skip 2 lines every time? Oh fuck. I think it's gonna be the wrong character. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Dealer shuffles the deck. So on blackjack, or actually no. Oh yeah, in shuffle, because the dealer is the one who shuffles the card. Or shuffles the deck. So we need deck. Or here it is. I'd rather remove that and then just put that here. Dealer shuffles the deck, showing 9, I'm showing 15. I have to stand. Not fuck. But if he gets a 10, he goes, and I lose if I get anything above a 6. So I have like a 50-50, less than a 50% chance of living. But he can keep going on any card. So does it mean that I have to risk it? Or do I have to hope that he busts? Because he's not going to bust. He's not going to bust right here. I'm hitting. Fuck. I'm doing 17? Stand. Are you fucking me? Hold on. Well, it's gone. Hold. Oh, we need to go get turn. Actually, how does that work? So if I do hit, then it says you were dealt. I'm gonna end another line because when you do it, you end one line. So I'm gonna do hit like that, and we're gonna say, okay, so dealer had 11, I had 13, I hit, yeah, we bust. Great. And it's from blackjack is this. Oh, oops. Okay. And so now we can check. Check to add the score. So we can say, well, I guess that's the point. So we say if the score is, how do we say that, huh? That's the thing. I don't get any better thinking when I'm walking around. The fuck do I think I am? Let me see how the ace behavior should be going. Or like, so how does it work? Is it the dealer starts with an A? Well, I guess the dealer starts with a card, some value. We don't care. And the point is that if the dealer gets an ace, and he is, if the score plus the card would be busting, or oh, so I should update score, or rather, I guess not, huh? We should, because we're setting the score. How do I want to change it to, huh? The point is, if I'm at 14 and I hit and I get an ace, I don't bust. It counts as a 1. So really, we just increment it, right? I think that makes the most sense. We increment it. So, in the setting of the score, so in the dealer's turn and in the player's turn, we check. We check what the card is. So we say deal player card. We say if player dealt card is card ace rank, or if player's dealt card rank is card rank ace, then if player gets score plus card, let's see, card all rank values indexed with card rank ace if this is greater than 21. Hold on. Is that how the math works? So if I have 14 and I get an ace, it counts as 1. I think we say it counts as the higher. Like if I get dealt it in the beginning, I don't have a 1, I have an 11. Because, I mean, I guess we would need to save the card, wouldn't we? Like we could have a standard vector of cards. I mean, should we do that? Let's go see what he's trying to teach me here. So, a couple things. So we've implemented the shuffle. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, true. I guess you could have a struct. Either way. Participant, the struct only needs one member. Okay, because we're doing a score in this. Write a function that will play around a blackjack. Oh, plays around a blackjack, and then we could do while. I like to just play blackjack. Though, not play a round of blackjack, and then I have to do a while loop to play blackjack. Bro, I just want to play blackjack. This function will draw a randomized card for the dealer and 2 for the player. That's like initializing it. I disagree with this. Add a settings namespace that contains 2 constraints: the value above which the player busts and the value for the dealer. So yeah, all right, we already have those. We don't need it to be in a namespace in this case because it's never ever going to be used anywhere else because it's only blackjack where we have 21 and 17. So I'm leaving them in this namespace or in this CPP file that's never included anywhere. That's fine. Add logic for the player's turn. This will complete the game. Cool. And then, wait, what? Where's question 4? Step 4? Oh, there's none. It's just question 5. Describe how you can modify it to handle the case where it could be 1 or 11. And still, we're only keeping track of the sum. Okay, so we already have. You know what? Let me play blackjack until we get a push. Dealer showing 3, 16. Well, it's never going to end with 16, so I have to hit this. Wait, what? Oh, it's bugged right now. Whoops. Okay, so I think that's how we want it to be, right? Yeah, it counts as 11 if it doesn't bust me. Right? So we say, on the player's turn, and sure, we could do like player turn and then pass the player the deck. I'd rather just do it on the table. This is a table and shit is happening on the table. So we're saying if dealt an ace, if ace as 11 would bust you, then player is set score, player get score plus 1. Because that's the value of an ace. Value of And maybe I could create the, I mean, whatever, we'll just do this. Value of ace can be 11 or 1. Or value of ace is 1, or can be 1 if 11 would bust you. Okay? And then we say else, oops, the fuck? Oh, not that one. Here we go. So in this case, we're going to get a dangling if. So if I do an if here, oh wait. No, that's actually fine. So this does need to be nested. If you're dealt an ace, no, it does need to be. Hold on. Actually, we need to say if it is not ace, then just set the score by default. And else, so if dealt an ace, not dealt an ace, dealt an ace, or not dealt an ace, dealt an ace. So if we're not dealt an ace, add whatever the fuck we've got. Excuse me. Excuse me again. If we're dealt an ace, then if it's going to bust us, do this. Or, hold on. I want to do this in 2 ways. So, oh, I guess we do this. So if not dealt an ace, or it's really not dealt an ace, or not dealt a dangerous ace. So it's not dealt an ace, or so if we have been dealt an ace, wait, hold on. So if it is not an ace, we set the score like normal. Update score as normal. Update score with as normal. Okay? If we haven't got an ace. Or so if we haven't got an ace, it's this. But if we have got an ace, it will check to see is the score, are we bustable? And if we're bustable, then it will, or if we're, or is it less than or equal to 21? Are we not dealt a dangerous ace? Or dealt, not dealt an ace? Or dealt a dealt a safe ace? All right, I'm going to say non-dangerous ace because we're saying non-dangerous ace. Instead of saying not greater than 21, I'm going to say yes, less than or equal to 21. And if we're otherwise dealt a dangerous ace, so otherwise we're dealt a dangerous ace, we just want to increment the score instead. How do I make this modular? I mean, we could do like player update score or fuck. We could have player and what's the difference between player and dealer? Aren't they two players? We have just player named dealer and player the other player. Aren't these the same? Get score, get name, set score. Oh, there's get turn from the player. The dealer doesn't do that. So fuck it. We'll keep them separate because they are just distinct. They're distinct. I don't want to just copy that straight over for the other way. I mean, we could do maybe the player has an update score, but then I implement it the same way in both. It seems like the only way is either to put it in both in the function in here, put the logic twice, so that if we changed how aces behave, I have to remove it from the player here and the other guy there. If we could have a template that handles the player and so we could have a template update score instead, huh? What about a template member function? Is that a thing? I don't remember. Oh fuck, it might be. Oh fuck, okay. But we wanted to accept both of these. So update the dealer score with the card. Could. But then they'd both have to make it be a friend, right? We could make dealer inherit from player, or no. Guess these things are redundant. It should just be there's a player called dealer and a player called player. Wait, can't I just do that and then I can just swap them, right? What does the dealer do that's different though? Anything? Why not? All right, fuck it. Let's just remove dealer. And we have another player reference called dealer. So we do player and dealer, okay? Now we're gonna be missing stuff, but it's fine. This is gonna be a player reference called dealer. And does anybody give a fuck? Hold. 7 in main. So we're gonna do a player here. Oh, nobody gives a fuck. Okay. Cool. Okay. The game doesn't end right now, I don't think. Oh wait, what was happening? Let's see what happens in the game. Oh, it does. Hit again. I'm just gonna keep hitting until we win. Oh. Oh, oops. Well, I guess, yeah, the dealer never goes unless... Well, if we bust, we lose. I have to stand. If I stand... So shouldn't we get the input and then... So we get the player turn, and then... Alright, spacing. Oh, wait, why is it? Okay, why is it doing that? I don't remember. In the player's turn, does it get turn? No? Oh, here it is. There's that. We have a 15. We got dealt a 3, so we have an 18. I'm going to stand. The dealer has 3. I stood on an 18. The dealer flips a 10 to 13. Flips a 4 for 17. Shows 17, 18, we win. Fuck yeah. Okay, cool. Now they're both the same type. It's just player. And now player can have a better member function that is set score. And instead, it takes a card called dealt card. And what this actually does is something else. And so we're going to say at the wait to be top, blackjack result, blackjack stuff, ignore line, sure, things. We're going to do like a turn, void player set score, and we'll do, because the card exists, so we'll do a const card reference called dealt card, const card reference, dealt card. Okay, and we're going to say, what is happening here? What is happening? Dealer get score? Oh, because get score is fucking up right now. Okay, that's fine. Well, there's get score. Why is set score fucking up? What's happening here? Int the card. What are you talking about? Is it just because it doesn't have a... It is, right? Wait, what? It's not? What in the hell? Oh! Because we're calling this in set score. Okay, duh. Alright, so in this case, we're calling it with set score. And what we're doing here is copying this. And I'll paste it in and then I'll delete it. I'd rather not just delete it there. And so we're going to say if dealt card, and I'm going to just say get score, and I'm going to say what is this? M score is get score plus this, and then in this case we're going to say M score is now this, is now, and really this is plus equals, plus equals, plus equals, bop. And now we're setting the score with just the card, right? So we're saying set score plus deal card. So we're passing deck deal card. Boom. And then players dealt 2 cards. Deck, deal card. Boom, deal 2 cards. And then set score. Player dealt card, or do just deal card. No, we do want to, wait, hold. Oh, wait. Player set score. Deck deal card, right? And the problem is, I guess not. So we'll do, I'll do a card and call it player dealt card. And it's deck deal card. And we're setting the score with player dealt card. And then we're dealing that card. And then the dealer's score is just that, right? Dealer set score, dealer dealt card, hold. Where are we seeing stuff? 27. What? Hold on. What's happening? What is happening? 78. Hmm? 82. Oh. Wait. Player set score? Why? How about 81? This is instead is M score. What the fuck happened? Okay, so set score stuff is happening. Oh, why is set score saying constant? It's not. Doesn't. It's a call to it in 100. Set score. Oh, oh fuck. Let me turn the AC down. It's already 11. Oops. Okay. Now I kind of wish I didn't hide these. Excuse me. Unable to reference function. Overload. 81. Score plus all rank values indexed with this. fuck is happening here? What if we... On 27? Oh, is there some template shit I left in there? Hold on. No, there's not. I don't know what the heck's happening. Guess I did change too much. Now I have to pay the price to fix shit. Great. I'm stupid. Stupid retard, Ethan. Line 100. Let's start there. We're setting the score with a card we have dealt. And we're calling that on dealer. Set score. We're taking a card. And we're saying if this or if that. Didn't really change anything. Really, we could say, I want to make sure that we're comparing this right. If we're saying M score plus the rank values. And all rank values are integers, right? Yes. They are indeed. 81. It's definitely player set score. No. From card to const int. Oh, here it comes. Wait. From card to const int. Excuse me. Oh, wait. Wait, no? Hold on. Fuck, man, I fucked this up bad. passing set score a card. It didn't matter. We're saying dealt card. We can get the rank. And I'm checking to see if it is card rank ace. What if we just did that? Still. Missing specifier line 27? I don't know. Fuck it, I'll find this out tomorrow. Fuck off, I'm going to bed.